it's for all the hard work that we've done over the winter period in real adverse weather conditions. You know, it's a real achievement, to be honest with you, for the team here at Pembrey.
Yeah, I'd add to that, Phil. I mean, it's been quite incredible the amount of work that's been put on. If you look at what was here just literally a couple of months ago, and you look at the progress that's been made to now, it's absolutely staggering. So, you know, it's amazing what's been achieved.
And I think it's going to bring on the circuit as well. Just for the changes that have been put in place, the options now that competitors will have here is just going to add something, a new dimension to the circuit.
I think it's a good little addition. Pembrey was always good as a test circuit for a lot of high-speed corners, especially for the drivers coming into single-seaters. You learn a lot about using the downforce, which is critical. But it always lacked, I think, enough technical bits. You had Patchett's hairpin, but having the new little loop here has certainly made a difference, and it's added a nice little extra bit to the circuit.
Well, what's been fantastic about sampling the new circuit is just how different it makes the whole circuit appear, because the lines that you have to use are really quite different, and there's a marvellous, as you're coming through where we are at the moment, through the crossing onto the new part of the circuit, it's quite incredible the way the car's leaning slightly over to the right, then you're back on absolute full power down into the hairpin, and then you've got a really challenging, and I think a set of options of the line that you can actually take through the first part of the hairpin, and then the double apex is really quite amazing. And what's interesting is some of the Formula 3 drivers that have been down here, well, to a man, they've all said how fantastic they think that it actually is. So, it's really getting endorsements from everyone that comes down.
I think it'll be good for drivers to come here because, you have to get used to braking techniques. I think it opens up avenues for other categories, like Formula E, for example, who need braking zones for their energy regeneration and things like that. It's generally just it's always been a good test circuit because it's a fun circuit, a lot of high-speed corners for the drivers to enjoy. But it's added a nice little element, and using the curbs as well, I think it makes it tricky for the engineers. It's a good little test area.
The feedback we were getting from the teams and the younger drivers was absolutely phenomenal. We've only really put down 220 metres of tarmac, but it's altered half of the circuit. So, although it's a small amount of tarmac, although a lot of work has taken place, because a lot of tyre walls have been removed, etc., for the runoff areas, but it has altered virtually half of the circuit.
I think it's also quite important to realise is that part of this is actually going to be much more of a spectacle for spectators as well.
Yeah.
When they were here before, it's almost, the cars will fly past them at knots an hour. Now they're coming in, there's a huge overtaking opportunity down here just directly behind us. And I think the spectators will now have an absolutely fantastic view just as the cars come into this new chicane.
The benefit of coming to Pembrey is it's universally usable. The trucks can come here, rallycross can come here, obviously a lot of single-seaters can come here. So it's actually really quite a universally used circuit. And I'm sure more and more people are going to come here because you've got, different elements that can be used of the circuit.
The other thing that is allowed is obviously the rallycross circuit has been upgraded at the same time as we run sort of 2 weekends of Clubman's Rallycross and 3 rounds of the British Rallycross this year. Obviously it'd give them a far superior, the way I can see it, probably one of the best rallycross circuits now in the UK after the work will be completed in about another week on the rallycross side. But it's got to put it up there as one of the best facilities for rallycross in the UK.
We still want to continue to invest in our venues, and it's a continuous improvement. This is from the spectator side, the competitor side. We've done some changes into the paddock as well. So, anyone coming down here will now see that we do want to continually keep investing in our venues to actually improve them for the benefit of everyone.